Welcome to the No New Friends podcast, the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Join Scott, Mary, Chris, and Sarah as they discuss adulting topics that may not be suitable for little ears. Unless you are a small adult like Chris. And then it's fine.
The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Kaufman and Lind at whenyouneedus.com. If you're injured in a car accident or any other injuries, give them a call, 407-706-3535. That's whenyouneedus.com. A little bit of an update. Mary did some strange news a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, about It's
been years. It's been years since I've done
Florida woman who was found alive, naked in a storm drain. She had to be rescued and all that. She has not done it once. She's not done it twice. But she's been pulled out
thrice.
3 times from that naked from the storm drain.
Thrice.
And she's
naked in
a lot
storm
hotter
drain.
than I thought. So hopefully she has an OnlyFans.
Really?
Scott's going to be checking the storm drains.
That's the name of the OnlyFans. He's just going to be in the neighborhood looking at every storm drain.
The meth marks haven't quite set in yet.
Wow. They don't if you have enough moisturizer, which is from the storm drain.
Oh, okay. Tips from Polk County with Mary. You don't get the meth marks if you
Skincare
have plenty of moisturizer. Follow her.
That's science.
Follow her for more meth tips.
Yeah, follow me for more hacks, yeah.
And now it's time for the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, Chris, and Sarah.
Come on, at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family. We are the podcast for adults who like to laugh at adulting. If you'd like to check us out on all of our social media, that's the Twitch, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube, all of the social media links. They're right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, there's a ton of stuff for you to do. You can check out our really sweet merchandise, and they're always on super sale on the weekend, so check that out. You can also become a Clubhouse member, a friend with benefits, if you will. That's our Patreon, and you can watch us record these things live. We also do a lot of really cool things with our Patreon members. Last week, we had a game night on Friday, started at 9 p.m. and ended at 2 a.m., and we're going to do that again this Friday, so you never know when that's coming, and we had so much fun playing Quiplash and Fibbage and all sorts of Jackbox TV games. Also, there's a new section on our website. It's all of our sponsors. Now, there's a bunch of exclusive offers just for you, just for our No New Friends listeners. We've got exclusive offers with Manscaped, where if you use the promo code NNF, you get 20% off. Sandpiper Vacations, just tell them No New Friends podcast sent you. Night Watchman Ghost Tours, use the promo code NNF for 25% off. We have our exclusive link to BarkBox. You're going to want to use that if you want to get some stuff for your dogs. We've got BarkBox, Fiverr. There's a link there. HelloFresh, which Chris talks about. There's a link there and much, much more. So all these exclusive deals right there on our website. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, from the very beginning, my co-host. I am an architect for her pain. The queen of awkward encounters, Mary.
Mary.
And our other co-host, he is our scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
I don't know.
Godfather Part 2. Actually, today's quote was brought to you by an AI generator that I just downloaded.
Garbage movie. Oh, good. Everybody's got that damn AI generators. Jesus.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yep. Our producer, Alex.
Do you know how old you sound saying that stuff?
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
Everybody's got that.
Everybody's got those damn AI things.
Yeah, everybody in their smartphones.
Yeah, right? Our producer, Alex.
It's me, the guy who edits the podcast.
And big announcement, joining this merry men of this merry group of, I don't know, joining our little group.
What did you
our
just
clan.
call
I don't know. What are we? The group of misfits, band of misfits.
Well, Scott likes to say clan, but I told him he can't say that.
Especially with a K. Do not spell it with a K.
Anyway, Joining us now on a regular basis.
She logs off.
For the first and last time.
I don't have a clever nickname yet, but I'm sure I will. Sarah, how you doing?
I am fantastic. How are you guys?
Good. So you've been on with us. You were on with us last week. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Oh, goodness. There's not much to
Like
say.
strolls on the beach.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I literally live and breathe my job. Huge.
Yeah, you work in the restaurant
vintage
industry. Yes.
Oh,
you
well,
do
yeah,
live and
exactly.
breathe.
I have to be there
That sounds awful.
constantly. Aside from that, I love Disney. I love vintage, love my family time. There's not a whole lot to it.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, my goodness. My favorite animal is a manatee, so I really don't want to be a sea cow.
Oh, so you'd be Scott.
You're not a sea cow. Yeah, so Scott, that's good. You
Sucking
have
up
a
to
lot in
Scott.
common.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's smart. Suck up to the host. I love it. So big day today. We've got so much to get to. So we've got Jeff Kaufman in the second segment. We have Jersey Man, Florida Man, as always. Chris's Cliff Notes. We've got a big Bubba Job update that I can't wait to share with everybody. But today is kind of Groundhog Day for us, but also tomorrow is Groundhog Day again because Tom Brady retired today again for the second time. I'm hoping that this retirement doesn't cost him as much as the last retirement. So we'll kind of see how that goes.
I don't know. I think he deserves it, man.
His witch wife?
Yeah, his rich wife who took half of his ass.
No. Witch wife.
He's got.
She's a witch.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. She's the reason why he won Super Bowls.
She's actual witch. Like he would go to her before the season for the yearly forecast on if he was going to win the Super Bowl or not. It's real.
Yeah, I believe it.
I wish this was a conspiracy. It's not. There's an article on Spoon University that
I mean, that's
talks
accredited.
about it.
I would know. I've sat on boards before.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So listen, Tom Brady, thank you for the memories. Thank you for. I hated you for 20 years, but then I liked you for 3 years. So Godspeed to Tom Brady for a couple days until he comes back. Mary, you gave a very special gift to your mother-in-law this week, and I know you're dying to tell us about it.
Wow, what a transition. Thank you so much.
Well, Tom Brady gave the gift of a Super Bowl ring to Tampa. You gave your mother-in-law another special gift.
I think that was the worst segue I've ever heard, but
I've had worse.
So much.
I've had worse. Hey, do you like pickles?
It's true, you
yes,
have.
I like
You've
pickles. Well, do you know where pickles come from? Yeah, cucumbers. So someone tried to steal a cucumber from the land ride at Epcot. That was the worst transition.
Was it? Was it?
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
I don't know. Yeah. So as everyone knows, obviously by now, my body does not work. It just doesn't. So we all know this.
Yeah, you've got a lot of health problems that we obviously have not discussed on air, but I'm glad you're here.
Oh yeah, maybe this is that's a good time to talk about that. Yeah. So yeah, let's just
dive right into that. Okay.
Dive right into that. Yeah. Hey everybody, my body doesn't work. So sometimes I'll be here and sometimes I won't. You're welcome for me being here today.
Right.
Thank you. Alex, if you can insert like a round of applause, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. No, so we had a family get together, if you will. So
real quick, you know what your body and Chris have in common? They never work.
Oh, jeez. I'm very glad. Very, very glad that was the response. I was very nervous to see where that was going to go.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't really know where we were going with that. I didn't know if.
I was a little nervous.
I didn't know. Okay.
Carry on,
my wayward son. So we had a family get together. Mike Reedy's family, his sister was in town from Tennessee, and just everybody, they wanted to all get together. So we all get together and we cook food and stuff and decided to have it at my in-laws' house. And they're older, so they have acquired things that I don't have in my home, a.k.a. anything white.
Whoa.
I learned my lesson.
Okay. Do they live in my neighborhood?
No, they have white rugs and things like that. I know better. I know better than to do that. Do you remember when I had that big white chair, Scott? I think you were around. Remember my big Alice in Wonderland chair? I learned my lesson. I had this beautiful giant white chair that we paid a whole lot of money for, and it was wrecked within a month. Don't do it when you have kids. Anyway, so we're at this family get together and everyone's like eating and drinking and having a great time. And I was like, I would like to join in with a merriment, as Scott says. And so I tried to eat, which was mistake number one. Like, don't do it. And I was like, I thought I was aces. Everything felt fine until it didn't. I did not quite make it to a toilet in time to vomit.
No.
I vomited on a white rug, a very nice, a very, very nice white rug. The best part, though, is that, like,
family gatherings, 2 in a row, we're leaving trails of Mary all over the place.
Yeah, two in a row. Yeah, I'm really,
Chris,
that's an interesting way to phrase that. I don't know why you would say it that way, but thank you. I don't. So Mike's parents' house is like, I don't know. It's the way it's set up. I sound like Kevin Hart. I'm like, the way my bank accounts are set up. I don't know. There's like a back area.
A back wing, Jesus.
And like a back area. So, and most people, like, usually you don't venture that way. But I went that way to go.
Nobody goes in the West Wing.
Like, I was like a sick animal. Yeah, I was like the West. Like, don't go that way. And I, like a sick animal, I need to be alone to like die in peace. Yes, you should know. You stalker. Anyways, for whatever reason, everybody like ended up gathering back that way. And they're like, oh my, and I just decided to pick up the rug and try to salvage it, clean it, do what I can, and like shimmy it out to the garage area where they have their washer and dryer. I didn't make it more than 2 steps before there were at least 3 people around me. And they were like, oh my God, did the dog on the rug? Like they thought it was the dog. They blamed the dog. And for a second I was like, maybe I should go with this. It was the dog. Maybe it was the dog. I thought about it. But I couldn't do it because so they have a dog and she's very cute, but Waffles was also there joining in the celebration. And I didn't want her to be blamed for such an atrocity. So I was like, no, it was actually me. And the look on their face from like accepting it, like, oh my God, it was the dog, to me being like, no, it was me. They're like, what do you mean it was you?
Yeah, with the dog, they're like, oh,
so
how
maybe
cute.
I should have explained that I vomited and like, but it was fine. I think I haven't seen the rug after, so hopefully, like, RIP that rug. I don't know if it came clean or not, but it was fine. I had a lot to talk about at my psychiatrist appointment. After that, I had a lot to share with her. Yeah, it was a lot.
So tell me, how's your psychiatrist? How much was I brought up?
How's my psychiatrist? Too much, probably. So I have learned to value. So I see.
Am
my
I going to have to come into the group session so that she can get my perspective and insight?
Probably the opposite. Like, we're trying to unwire myself, we're trying to unwire me to think that way. So I see my psychiatrist through telehealth, even though she's in Lake Mary. It's just because
she's my next door neighbor, but mostly. I just use Zoom.
She actually, I do have a story about the neighbor. We'll get to that.
Wow.
This goes back to the psychiatrist and why we've changed my medication. When they ask you if you're in Florida and you're okay with doing this over telehealth, and you're like, yeah, no problem. And they're like, no desire to hurt yourself or anybody else. And you're like, not yet. Don't say that. Like, don't do that. Even if you think it's funny, they never do. Especially if you follow it up with, I'm 3 minutes away from a grumpy sock vacation. Like, don't say those things. Those are things I learned, valuable lessons I learned this week, everyone.
The Baker Act police were then knocking at your door. Jesus.
Well, thank you. I'm writing this down.
Yeah, write it down. Take the notes. And now I'm going to explain why all this happened. This actually happened to me yesterday. I was home and got Grayson off of the bus, and our neighborhood is relatively like big, so like you have to drive to the bus stop sometimes, like if you live further back or whatever. So I have some neighbors that I don't know like super intimately.
Whoa.
Like I just like see them in passing. Not like that. Jesus Christ.
It's like, I want to go live in that neighborhood. Jesus.
But no, you want to stay in your white neighborhood.
Oh my God.
I live in Lake Mary. It's
just as diverse as my neighborhood in Winter Garden.
Exactly, just as diverse. You're correct. So Grayson has this little friend, that he really enjoys. It's this little girl. She's very sweet. She'll sometimes come to the house and ask to play with Grayson. And I don't know this little girl's name. I don't know her.
You just call her Hey You?
Yeah, kind of. Why would I? She doesn't come in the house that often. Like, it's usually they play in the front yard. They play, like, they ride their scooters, whatever. I was leaving to go get Zoe and Addison, and I see the mom, and I thought I was being neighborly. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And she was like, I'm okay. I can't, like, seem to track Aria down, though. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw her get off the bus with Grayson. That's their dog. She was looking for the dog. So now she knows that I don't know her kid's name, and I didn't even know they had a dog. I didn't know a dog existed. So this is what I'm living with, okay? I puked on a rug. I didn't know this kid's name. I know they had a dog. So yeah,
Jesus,
not yet,
Mary, I knew the dog's
okay?
name.
Look, I'm just waiting for them to tell me that the dog, like the kid's name is like Pancakes
Winston,
or Barkley or
yeah.
like some dog name. Like, I'm almost positive that's what it is. Winston, that's the little
And
girl's
listen,
name.
if you have dogs, check out our link on our website to BarkBox, where you can get all sorts of fun toys for a monthly subscription. It's very inexpensive. Ryan uses BarkBox.
Yeah, and BarkBox with the toys will keep your dogs in the house and away from Scott. So it's a win. It's a win. It's a win-win.
It's a win for everybody.
Yeah, that's actually a really good plug. Is to just buy BarkBox so that Scott can't. It'll keep your dogs inside. Instead of wandering the street. Yeah. Instead of wandering the street. You don't.
Sarah, you've got kids, right?
I do. I do. Where's this going?
What?
No.
Oh my God. Well, you just got done talking about keep your dogs inside.
Jesus.
Sarah, you've got kids, right? Like, what is wrong with you?
No.
Speaking of the reoccurring joke that I do sexual things with my dogs, Sarah, you have kids, right? So I don't think that segue in the beginning that you were talking about is the worst segue anymore. I think we found a new one.
No, about those cucumbers, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Tom Brady retired, and now
broadcasting
Sarah
next week from jail. Scott McVeigh.
Sponsored by the Orange County Corrections Department.
And listen. While I'm in jail, I may get to see a lot of balls, and hopefully those balls are nicely clean shaven because they've used Manscaped 4.0.
There's nothing. I have nothing to say to you.
The lawnmower 4.0. I don't know. I was trying. We'll cut that out.
So speaking about dogs, balls.
Yeah,
Sarah, you have kids, right?
And clean shaven. Sarah, you've got kids.
Your answer might be no now.
I'm so glad to be here.
This is when I get the private text message from Sarah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this anymore.
Actually, it's not even from Sarah. It's like a random number. In Sarah's
I did have kids until they were taken from me by witness protection.
Right? God.
Wow. So Scott, please go on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask if she knew all of her kids' friends' names. That's where I was going.
That's even worse. What, you want their numbers too? God.
No,
I'm sweating profusely.
No to anything.
This is not going well at all. Let's start this over. That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
I see my psychiatrist so often. This is it.
Oh boy.
Right.
The answer
I don't
is
know where to. I don't know where to go with this. So, Mary, what's the name and number of your psychiatrist?
That is going to be. Oh yeah, I'll make a plug, man. Burgundy Prime. If you want to hit up, I call her Miss Tiffany because we're on first name basis.
Oh, that sounds
good. A lot
of
of business after this episode.
Why? Probably.
It's not working.
Yeah, they're like, it's actually none of this is working.
or if you just need a very quick mental health moment, you can check out Mary's dad's podcast, A Mental Health Moment on on Spotify.
A mental health moment with Dr. Ed Samaro on Spotify.
We're all going to be subscribers.
I am proof that he is a professional. Damn it!
Oh God.
Right. I think it's a break. Anybody? Should we try a break?
Yeah. Before we go to break, we've got an update from our favorite Gambian. So let's hear what Bubba Job has to say.
I did it, bitches. I am going to the Super Bowl. Everyone who doubted me can suck my pine nuts. One more game until I cement my name into the annals of history. The almighty Baba will reign supreme. Forever. And ever. And ever. Just like the spirit of my dead siblings. I am unstoppable. I am rock hard. I am Baba Job.
His words, not mine.
Suck my pine nuts.
That's right. Bubba Job has made it to the big game, the Super Bowl, and you are not going to want to miss that on Twitch on Wednesday night. What's the date? The 8th, I think. Wednesday night, February 8th at about 9th, starting at about 9:30 p.m. I've been told there is a special halftime performance, as well as some Super Bowl commercials. So we're very excited about that. And listen, before you do that, you can check us out recording our live, our first segment on Twitch every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Sometimes it's Tuesday night. We don't know.
Yes.
You can join our Discord to watch the rest. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, looking for another way to listen to the No New Friends podcast? We are now featured on Glacier FM. That's GLACER FM.com. Just go to the music channels and go to Glacier Underground. That is Glacier, GLACER. And you can hear us Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, that is GlacierFM.com.
There are 3 things that I hate in life: taxes, nausea, and booking vacations. The first 2 I'm stuck with, but for the third, I use Sandpiper Vacations. Sandpiper Vacations is a small business that is LGBTQ+ owned and operated with travel advisors all over the country. Whether it's a cruise, a trip to a theme park, or an all-inclusive resort, Sandpiper has you covered. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's free. Why book a vacation when you can have someone else do it for you? That's like choosing to take the stairs in a building that has an elevator. Leave the headaches of booking a vacation to someone else. Get your quote today at www.sandpipervacations.com and tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Hey, it's Dane from Big Beautiful Diz. If you haven't heard of my YouTube channel already, it's all about theme parks. Theme park history, theme park reviews, theme park opinions, and interviews with people in the industry or the community. So if you're a theme park fan, head over to youtube.com/c/BigBeautifulDiz and hit that red subscribe button. I'll see you over there, everybody.
Hey, this is Craig Brooks with Tasty Trivia, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast. We've got everybody here tonight. Myself, Scott, Mary, Chris, Sarah, and we are joined by our monthly special guest, attorney Jeff Kaufman. Jeff, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, man. Feeling no pain. You know, I'm glad to be on. You know, you got a whole group of people here. It's like a jury. It's great.
Yeah, right. So watch what you say, and let me know if they meet your approval. So, Jeff, you collect a lot of things. I would say, right? I mean, considering
yes,
the
I've been guilty
you.
of a certain amount of OCD. Yeah.
Right. Sarah, you collect lightsabers.
That and many other things.
Right. Okay. Mary, what do you collect?
Mistakes in children, mostly.
Right. Like Pokemon cards.
Yes, I gotta catch them all.
Except they lose value over time.
Yeah, once they're 18, you can't claim them on your taxes anymore. It's a bag of bullshit.
Chris, what's the most ridiculous thing that you've purchased as part of a collection?
Are you really asking Chris this?
I know.
Are you
What-
kidding me? Like what?
I wanted to log off early tonight, Scott. I don't think we should really get into this.
He's got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
Literally everything on my desk right here. I don't. That's a really hard question, Scott. There's too many things. There's way too many things. You're gonna have to.
Right.
You're gonna have to
Narrow it down, man.
Yeah.
How about something you could resell at value? How does that sound?
Oh, that's an
Well, now he
interesting
doesn't
one.
have anything. Why'd you take?
Yeah,
You took it all away.
I know.
There went my
know.
Beanie Baby collection, right?
It's a retirement fund.
I found this amazing. Okay. Splash Mountain just closed, right? And 4-ounce jars of water are being sold for upwards of $200 on eBay. Is anybody here crazy enough to buy one of that? Jeff, I feel like maybe.
Are you out of your mind? That's like that girl who was selling her own puffs online, you know?
Right. Which is a brilliant
you can't
business
trust
model.
that. You know, you're going to, what do we get? Oh yeah, this is from the Splash Mountain. We videotaped ourselves doing this. No.
I would know. I would know if I opened the jar and I smelled the bromine,
chlorine,
the bromine. Then I would know that it's the Splash Mountain water. Chris, you have a jar of Splash Mountain water, right?
Yeah, I'll sell it to you for half. I don't need $200. Just give me $100. It's yours.
Gonna go out to a drain pipe in Jersey. I bet it smells the same.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Basically.
Heading out to the pool. Stop it. It's just pool water. You guys are nuts.
The best part is that they're not knocking down the attraction. Like the water is going to be filled back up when the new attraction's there.
Yeah, but it's not going to be racist water anymore. This is what we call white water. It's different.
You do have a point.
Jeff, what's the craziest thing that you've purchased
in this room? I mean, geez, I can just do this and you can get an idea.
That is a life-size Spider-Man.
The life-size Spider-Man. I mean, most of the stuff I collect has, holds its value. I don't buy like stuff that I can see like just plummeting. In case I die, I want my kids to have something rather than just my stuff that they can stick in boxes and throw away.
Here, you throw this away later.
Yeah, right. I know you have a problem, Jeff, not because I can see the 1,000 statues in the background, but because you said the words, I buy stuff that will hold its value, because I tell myself the same thing. But when I buy the stuff, I know I'm never going to sell it. I know I'm never going to sell these things. But in my mind, I'm like, if I ever need to, I will. But I'm never going to sell it. I'm never going to sell it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go. I've done that. I've actually cleared out a room one time. It was awesome. I had the statues that you see around here make up maybe 1/20th of what I used to own. And we actually sold it all over a year on eBay and wound up making, I think it was 10 times as much its value. We actually funded 4 different comic book projects from it. So,
I do the opposite.
Chris, are you taking notes?
Yeah, no, because I sell, if I ever do sell my stuff, it's usually for 10 times less than what I bought it for. So I'm doing something wrong. I'm probably just buying the wrong things. I can't.
Well, like, what do you collect? Well, like, what do you collect? Give me an idea.
Recently Pokemon cards.
Okay. Sometimes those hold value. I mean, I'm watching what's his name online open up $3.5 million cards. So I mean,
yeah, it can. It's gambling. It's gambling, and that's why I think I do it, because you buy a pack. It's like Russian roulette. You get the good card, you don't, and then you got to get another one. You got to get another one. You got to get another one. It's
not like the lunchbox kids. I mean, you actually got something that is popular worldwide and has been popular for about 3 decades or something.
Jeff, how many you hold the world record for the most bar exams passed? How many states is that?
18.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be like, hey, when I talk to my wife, a lawyer that is certified in 18 states is telling me that this is a good investment.
I didn't say it was a good investment. I just said that there's a chance later on you could get your money back.
You inferred that it was a good investment, right?
Now, the problem with chasing cards is it's just ridiculous. You just have to be so lucky.
Come on, Jeff.
It's like Magic the Gathering. It's the same thing, that you're hoping that it stays hot for 10, 20, 30 years. And, think about this. Are 8-year-olds collecting Pokemon cards right now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
there you go. Now, 10 years from now, if the 8-year-olds are still doing that. Now, how many lightsabers do you have?
Me?
She knows who I'm talking
Sarah,
about.
I was going to say, I don't have any.
I think we're up to 13 now.
Jesus.
Yeah. I went to Disney and I'm bad. My as you enter my house, it goes forward and turns and then goes back again. And if you turn them all on, it's like you feel so important. So yeah, I had the Disney stupid lightsabers where I spent stupid money where they don't even give you the light with it. You have to buy the light separate.
For $50
That was always
extra.
my favorite. Yeah, they're like, but they had a time where they were selling 3 of the light bulbs for like 3 for $100. So that's when you would, that's where the discounts happen. But I'm an idiot. I won't buy another one though. But it scares the hell out of my girlfriend because every once in a while one turns on by accident because they automatically turn off. So if you don't turn it off on your own, it automatically turns off. But if you shake the wall, one will pop up. So she thought we had ghosts.
It would scare me too.
Yeah. Yeah. She ran down to Publix to hide from the Star Wars ghosts. Yeah, I never saw a lightsaber golf in a Scooby-Doo adventure, so I can't buy it.
Mary, do your kids have any lightsabers?
Yes. Are you doing this on purpose?
No, I'm not. I'm not segueing to anything. I'm just
yeah, my kids have all kinds of lightsabers. Remember when the Tooth Fairy maybe didn't have cash that one time, so she struck a deal with Dexter and he somehow got a very expensive lightsaber out of it. It's fine.
Hold on, real quick. We can't talk about imaginary people. Sarah, your kids out of the room. We're good.
They're
right?
not here. We're good.
Okay.
The Tooth Fairy actually came last night. My child ripped out her tooth to add to the piggy bank. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So
What do you give? How much?
Oh my
how
God.
much you fork out?
Inflation has
you remembered
hit.
Cash.
That's the one thing that I deposited the day before. And I looked at Lewis and I said, please tell me that nobody has a loose tooth right now. And I kid you not, I picked the kid up from school and she goes, oh, it's wiggling. Look, and ripped it out. And inflation has hit hard and they're $5 a piece now. So.
Wow.
Yes.
$5 isn't bad. I thought you would give me some stupid number like 50 or 100.
Oh, absolutely.
But she did give away a $200 lightsaber.
That's what the damn lightsaber cost me.
Why would you do that?
Realize.
Why couldn't you just look like a pack of cigarettes or something?
Because I was in a pinch. Okay, Jeff, I was stuck. He had me backed against the wall. And this was close to a death of a hermit crab. We had a lot going on. I don't know, man. It just...
I would leave like deodorant or something and say, yeah.
Times are hard,
She
kid.
says you need to bathe. That kid would be bathing 3 times a day. It'd be great.
Look, he does need deodorant. He smells like a Taco Bell after
How
school
big is he?
sometimes.
How big is he? Is he like a teenager?
He's 11, but he's small.
That's when they start to stink.
He's small for his age, but mighty. He's mighty. All of them. They're all smelly now. I can't, except for the girls. That's worse, I think, because they mask it with so much Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret, whatever crap on top of the stench. And I just somebody take me now. Sweet angel of death.
Is Mary's deodorant not allowed in the house?
No, it is. They use that too. That's the problem.
They stink through the deodorant?
It's all of these like they're fighting each other, these scents. Like they don't know how to match their scents yet.
You
so
have
they
mostly sun-ripened raspberry with a small hint of body odor.
That reminds me of middle school.
Yeah, it smells like a middle school locker room. The whole back half of my house is a middle school locker room. That's what it is.
With the exception, the body spray? Did they?
Yeah, the Axe.
Oh my gosh! Oh. So Caleb, he's 16 now. He stepped past that. He finally moved past the Axe body spray, and now he uses Burberry. So he uses actual cologne now, which is fine. That's okay.
Cologne. Do people do cologne anymore, Scott?
Yeah.
Do you do the Old Spice? What do you got?
No, I just use deodorant. But there's a bunch of like lotions and stuff with Manscaped, and we just started a partnership with Manscaped. So I'm gonna get some of the Manscaped stuff in addition to my lawnmower 4.0.
I got one of those delivered to my office. It was great. I had this thing called Bespoke, and it was like the men's club, and some manly thing comes, and I go into my 2 of my paralegals' office, and I go, I got the Bespoke, and I thought there'd be a knife or something else, and I open this up, and I'm going, what the hell is a manscaper? And these 2 paralegals lost their mind. They thought this was the best moment in history, and I'm staring at this. I'm going, what is manscaping? And I didn't know there was actually a term for it. I just thought you took care of business. I didn't know there was actually a term. And I had to write a big check to an attorney for sexual harassment. But that was not my intention. So yeah.
Yeah, we just started a partnership with them. So they sent us the beard trimmers, which are fantastic. I just ordered my lawnmower 4.0, so I'm excited to
I didn't get a beard trimmer
because you don't have a beard. I mean, you have a mustache
Exactly.
because you're an
Because I
Italian.
take care of it.
Do you wax? Do you wax, or you don't shave? Do you? You do the wax it thing, right?
I don't wax my face.
So how do you pluck?
No.
You use like your husband's Bic or something?
He's a lady. She doesn't have any.
So how does it come out? You don't wax, you don't pluck, you shave. It just naturally
On my
falls
face?
out? Yeah, that's what she said. I take care of it.
Like on my eyebrows?
Yeah, you pluck, right?
Yeah, I usually just here and there.
Men have that too. I use the manscaper every once in a while because they get big and they start
get
talking to
bushy?
each other.
What about your ear hair? Does anybody have ear hair
I pluck.
Not
it.
yet.
I pluck
I'm
it
not
with my
that old
fingers.
yet.
I got good fingers.
for
So,
plucking?
if
Scott,
I feel something,
I feel like you would have ear hair. You look like the type.
I don't, but it's really funny. I was talking to Chris the other day and I just caught like a look at my rear view mirror and I'm like, Chris, my eyebrows are gone. And I'm like, I don't know what's going, like, it's freaking me out.
It's a
My
damn
eyebrows are like-
manscaper. That's what you're doing.
You're getting a little going
You got to
overboard
you got to
there.
keep the guard on it when you run those eyes. You know?
Yeah. But that's what it looks like, Jeff. It looks like, someone who got pranked and just shaved off one eyebrow.
You look like one of those old Asian women who spent their whole life plucking their eyebrows and then they just don't have any anymore and they have to
Right.
draw them on.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have.
Oh my
shave
God,
your
could you imagine him
brows.
doing that and having the caterpillar eyes and everything? That'd be awesome.
I can help you. They do sell stencils and you can just like draw it on that way. I'm happy to help.
Gonna have to do something. You want to do like a whole makeover for me?
Do you want me to stencil on some top hair too?
No,
if that would work.
You'd ruin his image.
That would ruin my image. Yeah. I would have to completely rebrand myself, Mary. Let's just eyebrows, okay?
Eyebrows.
If you,
okay,
give me a
got it.
unibrow though, because that would be cool.
I think I figured it out, Scott. Use the manscaper on the beard, get some of the beard trippings and put it on like a piece of tape and then stick that to your
It's very green of you. Yeah, I like that. Sustainability.
The drapes will match the rug. Yeah, you're in business.
Sustainability.
Saving the planet, one landscaping at a time.
It's really frustrating that I can grow a beard, no problem. 6 inches up, nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Gravity.
That's not the first time we've heard that.
Gravity, man. Everything falls on a man slowly. We start looking around going, is that toilet water rise? No, that's not what happened.
It's not, yeah.
That toilet water rise.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about, right? All right.
Chris is like, I'm 12. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. Anybody have an iWatch?
An iWatch.
Anybody wear the iWatch?
Apple Watch? An iWatch? I've never heard it called an iWatch.
What do you
an
call
Apple
it?
Watch? Yes.
An Apple
Yes.
Watch? Okay.
Yes.
I always
Yeah,
call it
one.
the iWatch. You know, it'll call the cops on you if it thinks you're in distress.
Really?
Yeah. If your heart
I'll-
changes.
I'm always in
it'll call the police on
distress.
you.
Jesus, I know. Chris, you would just live.
Yeah, I think that setting's
You just
turned
need
off on
security
mine. The
at the
cops
front
would just,
door.
they would just be at the end of the street, just waiting for the distress signal. Yeah, I think I have that turned off. I think that turns on if you're like above the age of something. Like I think I'm still below that threshold, Jeff.
Thanks.
Yeah, really,
Thanks,
really.
Chris.
Yeah, he makes me feel good. He'll die tomorrow, and then I'll be sitting there going, "Hey,
wow."
My iWatch saved
I love
my
these young
life.
guys who are going, I won't die. He'll hurt himself playing, like Call of Duty or something. And that'll be the end of him.
I'm gonna
gets a-
fall with that setting off on my watch, and no one's ever gonna find me.
Paper cut from a Pokemon card that gets infected.
From a counterfeit Pokemon
Septic,
card.
yeah.
It wasn't even real.
Yeah.
That
that'll
is
be
how
me.
Chris is going to go. That is how Chris is going to go. He's going to get a paper cut and it's just going to get infected. And that's what's going to kill him. Nothing cool like getting hit by, a runaway bus or something like that. It's going to be a paper cut.
You act like I
It
don't
wasn't
carry
even a
Neosporin.
hologram.
That wasn't even a
It's in his kit and his fanny pack.
Yeah, come on, man. I have a first aid kit now in my car at the office. There no infections coming by me, Scott. It's gonna be something way more tragic. It's gonna be a rogue card to the throat or something like that. Used to be kind of cool.
There you go. So Jeff, how is the stand-up comedy career going? I know you've been doing stuff. Are you still doing that?
Yeah. I do it about once a month. And the problem is that, when I was younger, I used to do stand-up, impressions, make it fun. But the problem is you get older and your jokes don't work anymore. So you have to just talk about all the bad stuff happening to you.
Right.
You're like, my life is the joke.
Yes. I want you'd have a great joke. You get up on stage, you go, my kids stink. I gotta be honest with you. I know you think you have good smelling kids. Kids smell, and you just deny it because you're used to it because they're your kids. But when you bring your kids over to my house, I don't even want them in my house.
Yeah, it's like when I've left the house for a few hours and I come home and I'm like, does my house really smell like this? This is it. This is where I live. I just don't know it. I've gone nose. I am a Febreze commercial. Oh my God. I have gone nose blind. This is where I am in life.
That's
You're
what
gonna
it's
claim they switched the babies on you at birth. I never smelled like this. These kids did not
there's
come from
no
my
way.
loins. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like literally not from my loins. Not in my backyard.
Check out Febreze.com. Use the promo code NNF for no discount or anything. In fact, the code doesn't even work. But Manscaped, it does. NNF, 20% off.
God, how many times you got to mention that to be able to shave your
is
privates? You know, okay,
still
just wondering.
figuring it
I love
out.
when they say it's for my beard. Yeah, that's the way it works.
Well, they just came out with a beard trimmer. It's really cool. It came out on the 17th.
It's always a beard trimmer, but you don't use it for
It's
that.
for his private beard, Jeff.
Yes.
But I need.
Could you see a little soul patch on it? You go,
Listen, I need separate things because I
baby,
can't
I'm
be
edgy.
shaving
Look
my
at my soul
face.
patch. I don't want to look at your soul patch.
Never have, never will.
Yeah.
I can't be shaving my face with the same utensils that I'm shaving the nether region. It's got to be two separate.
Says the guy who did a photo shoot with his cat on the toilet. What are you talking about? What standards are you trying to sell
We
us
all
on?
do it. You know,
Come
trust me, women aren't switching razors when they go from the leg to the hoo-ha. You know, that's not
No, not at all. Usually it's in one swipe.
Same. Well, that's in the same region of the body. You can't shave your balls and then go up and do the beard.
How about you do the beard first?
He's on to
But then I'm
something,
still-
Scott. He's
but
on
then-
to something.
But then I'm using the same razor.
Do you not wash your razors, or you just let them ferment?
Yeah,
It does a nice marinade. That's it.
Yeah, let me keep. No wonder my kids are doing the same thing. That's why they stink. No, you don't do
God,
that.
what are you trying to do? Bake some bread with the yeast from
Yeah.
that? What are you doing? I don't understand. A lot of your problems, I feel like, can be solved very easily.
Yes,
Yeah,
on
listen,
the
you're
internet.
probably not wrong.
Just Google it, man. Just
Google it.
Google it. I always tell that to my kid now. I feel bad. My kid told me she and this is personal. She said, "Listen, I'm having problems at school. I want to go to college now. How do you feel?" I said, "You're going to finish school." And she goes, "Well, it's my decision." What generation do people who don't pay electric bills make decisions? Is this a new thing? Do they watch too much of these Disney shows where the father looks like an idiot and goes, "Okay"?
Yeah, no, they're way too empowered. My kid was questioning my schedule the other day. Like she wanted to do something and I couldn't take her. I couldn't chauffeur her around because I had to do tutoring sessions. And she was like, "Well, but how long have you known about this?" Excuse me? Since when do I clock in with you?
Yeah,
The
that's what they
last
think.
time I checked. But then I was like, if you don't mind, I have to actually work from 6 to 8. So please don't yell at me. They're bigger than I am.
Power move, Mary. It's great. This move will shut them up every time. While she was talking to me, I was texting the head of my IT and I go, "Shut off phone number blank, blank, blank." And he goes, "It'll take about 20 minutes. I said, "All right, I'll yell for about 20. And she goes, "I'm going to do what I want." I said, "Well, why don't you call your teacher and tell her that?" And you know when they get no reception, you know when they get no service, she goes, my phone. I said, yeah. Next time you leave the house, go to this place called Burger King, and they might employ you, and you can pay your own bill.
Maybe you could.
And she was in shock. Well, you can't turn off my phone. I believe I have that authority.
You actually just did. I would be happy with just like a simple picking up after themselves. Like I would love to open her bathroom and not trip over a Doc Marten. I would love to go to wash my hands in their sink and not get, whatever eyeliner she's using that day all over myself or eyelash glue. That I would settle for that. Not even a job. They don't need a job. Just clean up after yourselves, please. Good Lord.
Do you give them like money, like an allowance?
Well, we have the Corgi coin system here.
Here we go.
FTX. She's a new FTX running.
We have the Corgi coin system.
She is the original FTX.
I know. So yes, kind of. But then also like sometimes the accounting's a little squirrely. So that's how they end up with lightsabers instead of $5 for a tooth. So, it's my own fault. I dig my own grave.
My daughter actually tried to cut a deal with me. She goes, "I want the tooth fairy to take to give me money for the tooth, but I want to keep the tooth.
Is your daughter Scott?
She's a genius. She shaves right. I don't know. As far as I know, she hasn't come to me for a razor issue. That's when she gets as much money as she wants. Dad, I got to take care of $50. Here you go.
I don't even want to hear the rest of this.
I'm not listening to nothing. My daughter, I was so hoping she was gay. I was rooting for it. I was like, she goes, Dad, you just want me to be gay so bad. I do.
There'll be a phase. Don't worry.
I'm going through it. I want her to be gay face, because then they're going to bring somebody home. Scott's going to show up to my house with that beard, and I'm going to go, you found yourself a barista. I'm not doing this. The stupid beard guy shows up to your house like he's sleeping with your daughter, and you go, God, we had to work so hard when I was your age to sleep with a girl. Now they just got to look stupid.
I don't know. Well, my children are too young to say that they're active in that manner, but Zoe's little boyfriend, he's pretty slick. He got her a pair of AirPods for Christmas. They've been dating for like 5 minutes, I swear. But he takes her on like little dates, little picnics and stuff. He's smooth.
He got her $200 ear devices?
Yeah, I got her AirPods. I don't even have AirPods.
Right now. Sell her off right now. It ain't going to get better than this.
I've got no dowry.
12-year-old can afford $200. She's going to get a Lexus when she's 18. Cut that deal now, Mary. I'll work it for you. I'll write the contract.
Brilliant.
I'm telling you.
I'll date the kid. $200 iPods. I don't even get gifts like that.
I'm telling you, I don't even have them. So how do you think my husband feels whenever our kid's getting a better gift and I'm over here just looking at him like this?
And the guilt trip, right? Oh, that's fantastic.
My ass. You got beat by an 11-year-old. I gotta get a second job. I can't live like this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your wife goes to you? Your wife looks at me and goes, the 11-year-old got my daughter a better gift than you did me. Don't you just die right there? I mean, I think that's the moment you go, God, take me. No,
he's more like I raised her right. That's right. Good for you, girl.
I'm going to teach you all my failures. I wound up with this. We're going to hook you up.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not the failure.
No, it's the husband. He's imagine he's in the background. What? In the blur, I see the blurred head coming towards
you. Just see a 6'4" Mike Reedy come in from the side.
Reverse Homer Simpson out of the bushes.
Yeah. No, I mean, in all fairness, our gifts were a trip together, so it's fine. But still, when I was 13, I think my little boyfriend gave me a Backstreet Boys CD. I'm pretty positive, which is almost the equivalent of AirPods. So I don't know.
That was like $11 though back then. So with inflation, you might have got to about $50.
It's up there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and value.
The value of the Backstreet Boys CD outweighed the AirPods.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
And you got to admit, for a 13-year-old boy to walk in and buy a Backstreet, he had a lot of
it's true.
How can I say he was comfortable with his sexuality?
Well, that's like me going to the store and buying tampons. Going to get a Backstreet Boys CD back in the day.
Oh, I love buying tampons.
How is that the same?
Oh, see.
And they're both embarrassing.
Why are tampons
it's not
embarrassing?
You own the tampons. I like to walk up there. I flex. I walk up there. Hey, do these come in just a gross? I mean, or you got a pallet in the back? And I hold myself up.
I think that if whenever a female sees a male buying tampons, like, we respect that. Like, that's a good thing. I don't think that that's a derogatory thing, especially if you know what kind or variety that your partner or whoever prefers, because there's a difference. Okay. No cardboard coming around here. Hell no.
And you're more attractive than any other man in line, because it's like a wedding ring. They go, wow, he's responsible.
Yes.
God, my guy never buys me tampons.
Exactly. See?
Chris, I'm telling you, you tell this girl, I'll get your feminine stuff. Oh, he's the best.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to buy any earpods. You just go out and buy the tampons.
Don't need no AirPods, all tampons.
It works every time.
They'll tell all their friends, you're not going to believe what Chris did. He went out and got my feminine products.
Yep. They'll be like, and it was a Tampax Sport. It was a Pearl. We got the right brand.
Yeah, I don't trust any woman who buys anything with the name Sport in it. Mary knows what I'm talking about. Mary, you can't hide that with body spray. Sport is bad. Sport, you can basically kill a fish. That stuff is like serious. I'm not kidding. They had FDX, which was, Chris, you know what FDX is?
I don't.
Scott knows it. He doesn't know it?
No, I don't
Scott's
know.
making a really weird face right now, which is great for a podcast. Thank you, Scott.
Does Mary know? Mary knows what FDX is. It was a brand of feminine deodorant spray.
Oh,
And I worked at a CVS, and they had it in 3 different types. They had regular, super, and sport.
sport.
Now I had a buddy of mine who used to test all the products in weird ways, and he goes, I wonder what this sport will knock out. And he tested it all over. So when somebody came in and bought sport, we were going, oh God. I'm just I don't know. I understand it, but I think I don't know what. I guess that's natural. I guess not for me, but I mean, I guess it's natural. Yeah, that's a terrible. Trust me, your Manscapers have just canceled your subscription right now.
Right. But I'm getting a call from Tampax right now, so we're
FDX.
in good
We're actually in
FDX.
business here.
Mary and Sarah, you guys can have the conversation and push the Tampax.
I actually can't. I no longer have the equipment anymore. So
No, they don't need to know that. We're going to cut that. They don't need to know
that's
that.
fine. I buy it for my daughters though, so they have a whole supply. They have everything. They have a menstruation station. Basically,
That sounds like a great restaurant.
I just sit on the couch and Lewis says, no, don't move. I got this. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm getting. Just stay there. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Right, so Lewis wins husband of the year.
Yeah.
He does every month.
Wow.
See, what do you do for him? What do you do for him to deserve that kind of attention? I'm not talking in bed. I'm talking about in life.
I exist, I guess. That's a good enough answer, I think.
You don't start a single fight with him? You don't come in and want to start fights? He goes, you know what? She's the most fantastic person in the world. I'm buying her tampon.
That specific moment, I'm probably not the nicest person, no.
Okay, maybe he's doing it as a preemptive strike.
Maybe, yeah.
He knows the situation is going to get worse unless the supplies get delivered. Like you're the Ukraine.
Exactly.
We're delivering, bring in the tanks, whatever it takes.
I say, my stomach is hurting just a little bit. He's like, as soon as you get home, hot water bottle, sit on the couch. I got to go in. I'll be right back. I'm like, okay, perfect.
I like this guy. I really do.
I do too. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not too shabby.
I can afford him too, so he'll be over here in 10 seconds. I'll be like, "Hey, dude, you want that Lexus? Okay."
With a room like that, that's all it takes.
Yeah, he goes, "He's got Spider-Man
Sarah,
stuff." I'm out.
Your biggest fight is probably, who's the better Jedi or who's the best Star Wars villain. Like I could see you guys going to blows on that.
We most definitely do. It's not a one-time argument either. I mean, this would be often.
I get. See, you're lucky. You share the same hobbies.
We
which
do
is great.
actually. They've bled into each other. I was not a huge Star Wars fan when
Speaking of tampon, they bleed into each other.
Really, Scott? We're going there.
I was not a big Star Wars fan when I met him, and it's actually funny because he was very in depth in explaining it all to me and every fact of it all. And my brother
and you
came
still
over.
Slept with him.
I did. Actually,
he was like, "You want to see my lightsaber?"
One of our first dates was for a Dragon Ball Z movie. So I kept him after that. No, my brother came over after that and was under the influence. I'll put it that way. And he said, "Listen, this guy fights this guy, and this is how it happens." Oh, it all makes sense now. And now our entire living room is Star Wars. Our life. He actually proposed to me in front of the Millennium Falcon at Hollywood Studios. So I did well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Was he in full Jedi outfit? Was it?
No,
full with the robe and everything. That would have been the key.
But Sarah was.
Sarah
was in the full Rey outfit.
That was May the 4th. I did that. I did it all up. The R2-D2 on my back and everything. No, actually, I was very angry with him the day that he proposed because, you're sweet, you're cute when you're standing in line for all the rides and everything. And he's holding me from behind. And that day he wasn't doing it. And I kept saying, what the hell did I do wrong? What is going on? Why are you pissed off at me? Come to find out at 6:00 that evening, he had been holding the ring box behind his belt in the waistline of his pants. And he did not want me to back up. He couldn't figure out where to put it.
He was paranoid.
So
he didn't have pockets?
It's kind of obvious.
He should have had
ring
Scott
box
with him with the cargo shorts that he wears.
Hold on, he doesn't have a wallet? How big is that ring box?
I mean, it was a nice size ring, so it was a nice size ring box, Okay, but I kept backing up and saying, "Why are you hugging me? What did I do wrong?" Like, nothing. I was kind of pissed off that day, but it was all better by the evening.
Could you imagine you screwed up the engagement? It's fantastic.
I think about that every time I bring it up, actually.
And he's sitting there thinking, I swear to God, she says one more thing. I'm keeping this ring in my belt. Yeah. See, my girlfriend doesn't understand any like stuff. So she screws up in ways that just like breaks my heart when she goes, yeah, Spider-Man, DC. And I
Spider-Man
can't.
and Batman
And the
can be in a
line is,
movie.
"You're dead to me" has come out so many times. God, you're dead. She called them light swords.
Ooh.
Oh no!
I mean,
Because
that's
one of the
kind of
light
cute,
swords-
though. That's kind of cute. I would think it was cute.
It was
No.
It was a teaching
No.
moment.
Mary
was a
Mary
teaching
was like
moment.
going, he's going to say something. No, I'm not.
I think it's cute. It's endearing.
No, here's the thing. You can't learn if you're not a geek. It's like I spoke a different language and you just don't remember the word for it. So when I say Spider-Man DC and she'll say it again. Oh, you mean Batman Marvel? No. Let me explain. Super Friends are all DC. Who are Super Friends? God, I'll kill you. And you just, it hurts your soul. It hurts me bottom to my soul because she's a great person, but I might have to let her go because.
Look, we all have our limits.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I understand.
So what do you have coming up? We've got a big movie release coming out in February.
We got Ant-Man, so I'll be throwing an Ant-Man premiere for a lot of people. About 250, I think.
Jeff, where can our listeners find you?
Where can they find me? That's a good question. If you don't think I'm funny, Pound Law, that's all. No, only Scott got that joke.
I got it.
Yeah, you can go to the website, whenyounews.com. That's fun.
Yeah.
So if you fall down or get in a car accident, just think of the guy who wants to rename it Splash Mountain again. It's the same thing.
Jeff, thank you so much for joining us again.
Yeah.
You can check out Jeff on Under Oath every Saturday morning on Real Radio 104.1 here in Orlando. Also streaming on all major podcasting platforms. Whenyouneedus.com if you're in an injury, and your entertainment and all the other crazy website.
The Big City Comics, yeah. My comic
Well,
books.
no, your fun stuff when you the real Jeff Kaufman, right?
Yeah. We're the real Jeff Kaufman everywhere, other than on Twitter where it's just real Jeff Kaufman because it's too many letters.
Gotcha. Jeff, it's a pleasure as always, and we'll see you next month.
Hey, miss you guys. Hopefully I didn't waste all your time.
You're good. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Picture it, St. Augustine, Florida, 2022. You're on the Night Watchman Ghost Tour with all of your ghoul friends. The air grows colder, you turn the corner, and there she is, Ghost Mary. Okay, you probably won't run into Ghost Mary. You may see a ghost named Mary. I'm not really 100% sure, but the tour guides for the Night Watchman Ghost Tour from See America Tours do know it is the only 4D ghost tour in St. Augustine. So if you have ever wondered what a ghost smells like, well, now is your chance. And right now they have a scary good deal going on. Enter the promo code NNF as in No New Friends and receive 25% off your Night Watchman Ghost Tour. So visit them at seeamericatours.net. That is SEE americatours.net. Okay, bye.
Hey there, Scott here. You all know I like to spend time wandering the neighborhood on my big wheels or hanging out at the park with my fedora and my Bud Light. So I don't have time to clean my own house. That's why I've been using I Believe services for the past 6-7 years, and they're the best in commercial and residential cleaning. They're also doing carpet shampooing at such a reasonable price. Just check them out. That's ibelieveservices.us. Give them a call, 407-928-4595, and tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Lizard people, the moon landing, birds aren't real. Hi, this is Chris from the No New Friends podcast. And if you're hearing this message, you were selected to join the resistance. For as low as $1 a month, join our Patreon and help us uncover the truth. Upon joining us, you will be invited to our secret Discord, where we help spread these truths. You will be invited to watch our live recordings where the government cannot interfere. For more information, please send a messenger pigeon to my underground bunker or visit us at www.nonewfriendspodcast.com. This message will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, comedian James John, and you are listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast. Don't forget to check out all.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
But you know what's really funny, Mary? You know what's really funny is as I've listened back to a couple episodes, I've done it before, and especially when I'm introducing everybody else's podcast, like I've done it a couple times. I don't know what it is, but don't forget to check out our sponsors. Just go to the sponsor link on our website. All of our sponsors and exclusive deals and specials are there. Just check them out. So we're about to get to adulting question of the week, but this is kind of a get to know Sarah a little bit. Sarah, you've got an Instagram, right? What's your Instagram handle?
It is Old Soul Thrift, where where I was selling vintage clothes for a long time, and then dropped off for a little bit. But it's there, and there's still plenty of stuff in my house. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So would you call yourself like a collector like Chris or a hoarder?
Both.
Or are you anywhere?
I'm both. A collector of obscurities.
She is
I have a clothing problem, and I recently have come into the world of vintage theme park clothes. And so I've dropped way too much money on that. Where's my husband?
It's never enough money.
Enough money.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
Never enough.
Money's replaceable.
That's a good thing about money. Yeah,
that's
you
why
can
I work so
Just
hard.
ask Scott.
See? Tell my wife that, please.
Wow.
All right. So you are a collector, hoarder as well. This is good to know. This is good to know. Okay. Random question. Do you happen to have an OnlyFans?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No.
So here's the adulting question of the week. Okay. So anyone actually made money off of OnlyFans or a similar platform? All joking aside, we're both already working a lot and neither of us are due for a raise anytime soon, but we could really use a side income. Seems easy enough to remain anonymous. Wife has nice feet. I'm not above anything if it covers vacation expenses and pays off debts.
Wow. So he's not even peddling his own feet. See what I did there?
Yeah. So, Sarah.
He's his wife.
Yeah, his wife.
He wants to sell his wife's feet.
He's trying to sell his wife's feet. So, Sarah,
got
you, it's a two-part question. Would you allow your husband to have an OnlyFans?
Oh.
I wouldn't like it. No. Oh God, he's staring at me right now. You want to know why? Honestly, because my boss of all people and we were joking around about that exact subject. Not the OnlyFans necessarily, but the feet pics thing. Because I said to her, I said, I said, I wear a size 6. I get a pedicure all the time. Why not? They don't know who I am. And I was joking. And then I brought it up again. And Lewis was like, wait, are you serious about this? Do you want to do this? I'm like,
and he's like, hold on.
Well,
let's think about this.
No. He was more angry at it, I think. But
yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Scott, tell him about that one time you told all of Orlando that I had an
OnlyFans. We've never talked about that on air. So, so you wouldn't be happy about now he wouldn't let you have an OnlyFans, even if it was just your feet or, nothing. Okay.
Because he knows what people would be doing with that, which I totally agree with. It's not necessarily that, it's people's reaction to it, I suppose, which is fair.
Okay, fair enough. Mary,
right.
who actually did get nominated But
yeah, sure did. Made it to the finals of the Best OnlyFans
on OrlandoWeekly.com.
Yeah, I don't have one. Just so we all are on the same page. No one go look for it. There is no OnlyFans under my name, so please don't look for it. Mike Greedy was hot pissed off about that one, so thank you for that one.
It's all about content. Next year, vote for me.
Would I mind if Mike Greedy had an OnlyFans? Yeah. Go on with your bad self.
Right. Make
whatever
that money.
Keeps the lights
right.
on. I am a freeloader. Sure.
Okay, so then that was easy. Would Mike let you have an OnlyFans?
So fast, so easy. Absolutely not. You saw what?
Okay.
You saw Hulk smash. What? Are you kidding me? Like, were we all not here at the same time when that happened?
Okay, gotcha. So
right. I think I've been blacklisted from Orlando Weekly's anything.
Right.
Ever. Like, they will never print my name ever again.
All right, so
that's great. I got that going for me.
So, Chris, question for you. Would you be okay with your wife having an OnlyFans?
No, because I think I would do one myself first, Scott. I want to provide for the household. I don't want her to have to do one. She wouldn't be interested in one anyway. But listen, I think I have very desirable feet. I think my feet are something
Hobbits.
That you know what, I think there's a niche market for exactly hobbit feet. And maybe I can pose under like themed places, like under a bridge with my feet, like a little troll,
with a second breakfast,
troll under a bridge. Maybe go to a Lord of the Rings set and then do like little feet pics there. I love that. I think we should actually do this, Scott.
You think we should start an OnlyFans?
It could fun.
Yeah, we'll just call it a No New Friends podcast OnlyFans, and
I would do
we'll
it.
Feature.
You know what we're gonna do? All right, this is what we're gonna do. Listen. We're gonna do a No New Friends OnlyFans. The picture is going to be a very professional headshot. Nothing sexualized.
Okay.
Very professional headshot of Sarah and Mary, right?
Okay.
They're going to subscribe to the OnlyFans.
In Jello? Are we putting them in Jello, or is it just...
No,
it'll just be you two.
Listen.
The whole thing is
nothing
just
is going to
you.
be sexual about Mary and Sarah.
So like business
to be their photos.
Business attire.
These are girls.
I do have a very professional headshot.
Yeah,
yes, I can
professional
use that.
headshots. Wow, these are professional looking gals.
Right.
And then they click it, and it's just me and you like Jello wrestling. Me and you like doing
little clickbait.
Yeah.
Little clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I think it's a winning idea.
Do you know what we could do on this OnlyFans? It's a brilliant idea. Okay, we can do demonstrations. Okay, with fruit using the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and like how to use it.
Oh, wow. Well, it's OnlyFans, so we don't need to use fruit, Scott. We can use
What fruit would you use? Hold on, let's see where he goes with this.
In all honesty, for me,
Sarah knows what that is.
Cantaloupes.
I think
Cantaloupes for me and grapes for Chris.
Are your balls swollen, Scott? I'm worried for you. I think you should get that checked out.
Is that edema? What's happened?
You know
Are
what?
you okay?
I know it's supposed to be an insult, but I think grape-sized balls are actually pretty normal. I think cantaloupe-sized balls. I think you should be worried about that.
Yeah.
I think that men at your age should be definitely worried about that, Scott. But since you brought that up, we should probably let our listeners that know that support for the No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, whether you have grapes or cantaloupes, I guess. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the Ultimate Men's Hygiene Bundle, the Performance Package, something that Scott doesn't know very much about performance. So join over 7 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping from the United States to Gambia with the code NNF at manscaped.com. So go ahead and check that out and get 20% off.
Keep those pine nuts
Yeah,
fresh.
they make great gifts. Valentine's Day is coming up. So,
it's a gift for everyone, really.
It is a gift for everyone. And then, Christmas is right around the corner before you know. So,
it's true.
Yeah,
it's always around the corner. And Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. There's a lot of holidays where you can give out the Lawnmower 4.0 for the below the waist grooming. Manscaped.
There's no way you can say that without me being uncomfortable.
So
under the waist, below the waist, any of it. Just
so here's my thoughts on this whole OnlyFans thing. Okay, so obviously, they don't even allow nudes anymore because that would be a non-negotiable.
No, they allow it.
Do they?
That was like 10 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, 10 seconds. Okay, so
I subscribe to like 15 different OnlyFans models. I'm just kidding. Cut that. No, leave it in.
Well,
that's what you said.
So.
15
in
seconds.
preparation for this topic, I did give Chris a heads up. I said, listen, for the adulting question of the week, you're going to need to talk to Emily, okay? And let her know that in your browser history is going to be OnlyFans because you're going to have to kind of look it up for research. Yeah. Exactly. So, No New Friends podcast, saving marriages since 2021. But
now here, quick plug for our Patreon because guys, this is not going to air. The next thing that I'm going to say is going to be cut from the podcast. So if you want to hear what I said, you have to be a Patreon member.
Chris, thank you for that story. And if you want to hear that, you got to join our Patreon for just as little as $2 a month. And there's a lot of exclusive content. What did we used to call Mary's secret videos or whatever? Mary's. Yeah.
Why do we call it?
I don't know.
No.
I was just trying to.
No.
Private videos. Mary's private videos. That's right.
Mary's private videos.
Okay. So
that's why Ryan joined.
Why can't it be Sarah's secret videos now? It's two S's.
I'm too
it's like
new
an
for that.
alliteration.
You're the new girl. Sarah's secret videos. Sarah's secret stash. Sarah's secret stash.
And now she quit it. Way to go. Now she quit. She quit. She's gone.
It could be anything. Sarah's secret stash. Okay. Be prepared
Maybe
for
it's her mustache. Maybe she has
a mustache.
Sarah, be prepared for a reoccurring segment that you're going to have to produce every single week. I would need a sponsor for it, so you're going to be doing a live read for that.
Something secret. Something secret.
So, to answer the question, I would absolutely let Rachel have an OnlyFans. Absolutely. If it's going to bring us some more bacon, yes, go for it. And I think that she would absolutely let me have one as well because she knows no one is subscribing to that. So it's like pretty safe.
Would.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
I'm also curious to see, actually.
I know, right?
You're a creative guy.
I am a creative guy. I'll figure something out. So, anyway, I think the consensus is kind of a split thing. Some of us would let our spouses do it, others wouldn't, and then vice versa. I think it's a mixed bag here. I think for this couple, look, the dude's down with it. Show them your feet. And if you like feet, listen to episode 100 of the New Friends podcast, where we talk about OnlyFans for the entire episode.
Wow, a lot of OnlyFans talk. Please do not search up Redbeard Giant on OnlyFans. Please do not. So, OnlyFans was founded by British businessman Tim Stockley. In 2010, most of the internet porn websites were owned by the rich, and adult performers were underpaid. Adult performers even needed side hustles like selling under-the-table services and promoting it on platforms like Instagram. Stockley decided that was the perfect time to team up with his father, to launch Customs for You, where people could pay for custom videos for adult performers. Stockley was also previously released glamworship.com, a fetish website. 2 years later, Snapchat released Snap Cash for users to have a different location to post their adult photos. Stockley noticed this and came up with the idea for OnlyFans in 2016. In 2020, the company made $2 billion with an estimated 77 million new users. The likely increase in the website may have been due to the people being stuck at home. On August 19, 2021, the company announced the banning of pornographic-related content due to the pressure from banking partners and payment providers. Back to you.
All right. Are you guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Is this Sarah's first Jersey?
No, she played last week.
Yeah,
and I got it right. I was surprised at myself.
You did. Yeah, you're way better than me.
We do need
which isn't saying much, but
we do need a score update from Ryan. But I've got the sound audio, so maybe Ryan will put it in chat. And Chris, if he does, you can give us a score update.
Yeah. Oh, I'm killing all you guys. Actually, I just looked at the score. Yeah, it's not even close.
There you go.
We shouldn't even talk about them. Yeah.
All right. Every week, Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from New Jersey. One is from Florida. It is up to us to guess which one's which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom located this week at the offices of 21andMe. I figured since the only thing Scott knows about culture comes from his yogurt, though I'm sure at his age he switched to Activia, I'd send in his sample so maybe he could learn about his own culture. The people at 21andMe wanted me to come down and answer some questions as Scott's sample came back as the whitest person they've ever seen. The first question they asked is about how you dress. I told them you wear a fedora, Hawaiian shirt, and cargo pants, which might be the whitest thing anybody could possibly wear. They asked about your neighborhood and wanted to know if there's any kind of diversity in your neighborhood. I answered, only if one of the 2 companies you've hired to do your yard work shows up. They asked about your house and if it had more than 3 bedrooms. I told them I wouldn't be surprised if it had more than 3 kitchens. They also wanted to know about your spending habits, and I told them that you just spent $1,400 on litter boxes for your cat. This led to questions about your pets. I told them you have a cat and you take daily pictures of him, even if you're in the bathroom, and then you share these pictures with people who don't really care. And you're also the type to dress your dog up and kiss the dog on the mouth. They asked if you didn't like any rap music. I told them, I think your favorite rapper is Will Smith. They also asked about some of the phrases you use. I told them, you say a lot of things like, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Let's rock and roll. And I'd like to speak to your manager. So the results are in, and you've checked all the boxes. So congratulations, Scott. You're whiter than Vermont. While I go give Scott a pumpkin spice latte, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. And in our first story, a 29-year-old woman is charged as posing as a teen to enroll in high school. And in our second story, a man threatens employees with a gun when his chicken wing order was late.
Okay, so we've got Josie Grossi going to school, enrolling as a 29-year-old. Or no, a 29-year-old enrolling as a high school student. And we've got, what was the second one? I lost it because I was thinking about that Josie Grossi.
The gun. Chicken wing gun
person. Sarah, what do you think?
Oh, well, I feel like I'm gonna ruin this because I already know. Because I get news.
Okay, so then you are abstaining.
Florida.
You are abstaining from this. Chris, what do you think?
I think chicken wing is New Jersey.
Okay. Mary?
And yeah, the other one's Florida.
I think it's the opposite. I think that who would want to get an education in Florida? Like nobody's going to try to do that, right? And as far as the chicken wing goes, I'm not saying it's right, but I understand. You know?
All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with Mary. I think the school is New Jersey, chicken wing is Florida. Let's find out the answer.
So our first story is from New Jersey, where a 29-year-old woman is arrested for providing a fake birth certificate to enroll into a high school. See, Chris has the exact opposite problem. Every time he's out in public, school buses are trying to pick him up and bring him to a school thinking that he's 12 years old. So that means our second story is from Florida, where a Naples man is accused of pulling a gun on restaurant employees when his wing order is almost an hour late. Now, I've seen Scott have the same reaction at Animal Kingdom when he was there too early to find a Bud Light. And in other news, I found a story of a Michigan man who was drunk and pooped in his PT Cruiser, then tells hospital staff that his blood will be pure, natural ice. Now, if you crap in a car that's a piece of crap, does that make it some kind of weird crap turducken? Honestly, I think that might have upped the value on a PT Cruiser. That's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
First of all, veteran move by Sarah by keeping her record at 100%. Right?
Actually, I have to say that so I ever since the hurricane, I have my Wesh app that just constantly sends me things around Florida, and they slipped up. See, I saw that first one about the 29-year-old going to school, and I just assumed it was Florida, and it wasn't. So I actually would have gotten it wrong regardless.
You should write a strongly worded letter to the Wish
I
app.
thought
Wesh, not Wish.
Wesh.
app.
But I guess
Yeah.
Wish could be it too.
It's just your accent.
If they got it wrong.
It sounds like Wish.
Wesh. It's the news channel here. A little bit of an update. Mary did some strange news a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, about
It's been years. It's been years since
a Florida woman who was found alive, naked in a storm drain. She had to be rescued and all that. She has not done it once. She's not done it twice. But she's been pulled out
Thrice.
3 times from that naked from the storm drain.
Thrice.
And she's
Correct. Naked in
a
a
lot
storm
hotter
drain.
than I
That's
thought.
just-
So hopefully she has an OnlyFans.
Really?
Scott's going to be checking the storm drain.
That's the name of the OnlyFans. He's just going to be in the neighborhood looking at every storm drain.
The meth marks haven't quite set in yet.
Wow. They don't if you have enough moisturizer, which is from the storm drain.
Oh, okay. Tips from Polk County with Mary. You don't get the meth marks if you
Skincare
have
routines.
plenty of moisturizer. Follow her.
That's
Follow
science.
her for more meth tips.
Yeah. Follow me for more hacks. Yeah.
Chris, you got any cliff notes tonight?
Yeah, I have one or two. So I just wanted to start off these cliff notes from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish everyone all of our listeners anyway, because if you're not listening to this, then you don't know what I'm saying. But I want to listen to all our listeners, wish all our listeners a happy Black History Month. Today's February 1st. Just wanted to extend, happy Black History Month. Or as most of the Floridians call it, is it March yet? So anyway, in segment 1, Scott introduced the newest member to the No New Friends podcast. When he talked to me about it on the phone, he said he wanted to add her to balance the scale. It turned out he meant 2 girls, 2 guys. I assumed he meant that if Mary, Sarah, and I stood on one side of the scale and he stood on the other, it would finally be balanced. I was falling asleep the other night and thought of that. I was like, I gotta somehow weasel that in. Speaking about Sarah, her favorite drink is tequila. So in celebration of her joining the podcast, before we recorded, I took 3 shots of tequila, or as Mary calls it, an appetizer. Naturally, at 5'5", I couldn't hold it down. Projectile vomited everywhere, or as Mary calls it, dessert.
Wow, Chris. Wow. I am just
Listen,
unbelievable.
if we don't laugh, we cry. I was going to ask you beforehand if I could joke about you being sick and throwing up on a white carpet, and then I drank another glass of wine and totally forgot to ask.
So you pulled a me. That's great. I love it. That's wonderful.
During our interview with Jeff Kaufman, we talked about his world record that he holds, which is passing the bar in something like 18 states or something like that. And Scott has a very opposite talent, which is his inability to pass a bar. And lastly, in segment 3, we talked a lot about OnlyFans. And to be honest with you, I think OnlyFans is disgusting. I think it should be illegal. I'm not really for government cracking down on, entrepreneurs and small businesses and stuff. I don't really think this should be a thing. But I mean, since it exists, please consider checking out my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/scumbag reselling whore. And those are my clip notes.
Thank you, Chris. Quick update on the Jersey Man, Florida Man scores. Right now, Alex is in last place with 1. He's tied with Joe from the Diz His podcast with 1. Sarah has 1. Chris and Mary tied with 12, and I have 14. Boom, boom, ka-choom.
I'm just saying, I haven't been here for as
Mary's
many
percentage.
shows, so I feel like
Your percentage is pretty good. Your percentage is pretty good.
Pretty spot on.
But I was cut that part about the percentage.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation, right at the start of everything that's new. One little spark.
Hey, it's Alex from Diz His. You know me, you know Joe, you definitely know Chris, and you know Jen. Well, we're the hosts of Diz His, the Disney History Podcast. Every week we take one Disney subject and go over the history, as well as our insight on the subject. We talk about other Disney topics, as well as what's new in the news. You can find us on all podcast platforms, or go to our website, dizhiz.com. That's DIZHIZ.com. And we're on all social media at DizHiz65.
Chris, what do you got coming up on Diz His?
I hate Nick from Sandpiper Vacation, Scott.
Oh, okay. Are you guys fighting? What's going on?
Oh, no, not at all, actually. We're actually friends on Facebook, friends in real life and friends on Facebook, but I hate him because I will never be the man that Nick from Sandpiper Vacations is.
Oh, so it's jealousy.
And
okay.
It's just starting to hit me because he just posted a video of him on the Rockstar Suite on Virgin Cruise Line. He has guitars hanging from his wall.
I saw
Scott.
that.
He's got a balcony with a hot tub. I don't have a backyard with a hot tub.
You don't have a
play the guitar.
backyard.
Nick from Sandpiper can play guitar. Pretty sure he tours in a band. That's why he has all the guitars in his room. he's throwing he's taping his video, which taping is outdated term. He's recording his video, and
what do you mean?
He's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry if guests walk in. We're throwing a party." Nick is just so much cooler than I will ever be.
He's the most interesting man in the room.
He's the Dos Equis guy. He's the Dos Equis guy if the Dos Equis guy was real. And he is real because he's Nick from Sandpiper Vacations. If you want to be associated with Nick at all, just reach out to him at sandpipervacations.com. He'll hook you up with a rock star vacation. Maybe not the version Rockstar Suite, but if you want to, I'm sure he can get it for you. But you'll feel like a rock star whatever you do, damn it, because he'll make sure of it. He's actually in the process of, all jokes aside, he's in the process of getting me my Alaskan cruise vacation situated, which is the best thing in the world because I don't have to do anything. Just tell him, hey, want to go to Alaska? Hey, want to go there at this time? Hey, do it. Yeah. Do it for me, Nick.
My wife got tired of waiting for me to reach out to Nick and like start working on things. So she reached out to Nick to book our Mexico trip, but we may have to pivot because of course we may have to pivot from that because Mexico like banned smoking. So
they did.
We may have to put a pin on that one.
And that wall, I don't know how you get around that wall.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they'll
That's
pay for
true.
it eventually.
So anyway, all jokes aside, Nick's an awesome guy. I'll never be the man that Nick is, but that's okay. Kind of come to a realization about that. Never be as cool as him, never be as great as him, but I can always get his help at sandpipervacations.com. And guess what? When I go there, I'm going to tell him that the No New Friends podcast sent me and get my free quote today. On Diz this week, we are doing the Plaza, or as Joe likes to call it, the Plaza Inn, which is a restaurant at Disneyland and a couple other places around the world as well. So anyway, we're doing the Plaza Inn. Pretty cool history. It ties back to Walt's original idea of what he wanted Disney to be, or Disneyland to be. Affordable, something that the whole family could do. It's like an upscale looking restaurant, but it's an affordable restaurant. So like it looks like you're in like the Taj Mahal, but you're getting reasonably priced food. So it's something that I never knew about. And I learned about it today thanks to Alex's great research ability. So yeah,
sounds riveting.
If you want to learn more about the Plaza, it's not. If you want to, no, it is. It's a good episode. I actually did learn a lot about this, all jokes aside. And so if you do want to listen to the Plaza Inn, check us out this week on DizHiz.
If you'd like to connect with DizHiz, that's DizHiz65 on all social media, DizHiz.com. If you'd like to check out some old vintage thrift stuff, Sarah, what's your Instagram handle?
Old Soul Thrifts.
Old Soul Thrifts.
Yeah.
Mary, your OnlyFans link? I'm just kidding. She doesn't have an OnlyFans. Just kidding. But you can connect with her on the Instagram, the Queen of Quandary. Chris is at the Scumbag Reselling Hoarder on the Instagram. We're, of course, no.new.friends.podcast, but all of our links are on our social media. That's nonewfriendspodcast.com. But before I talk about ours, don't forget to check out some other great podcasts. Remy's Roundtable, the theme park about everything in the beautiful state of Florida and all the theme parks in the beautiful state of Florida. Also, Don't Wreck Yourself podcast, where Ryan tackles all sorts of topics that are wrecking the internet. Big Beautiful Diz, the YouTube channel by Dane. Dane interviews on YouTube. Studio 21, the baseball podcast. And of course, the Nerd Archive podcast, where they talk about all the geeky things that you got beat up for in high school. And you can hear Sarah's husband, Lewis, who is the host of that amazing show. You can connect with us, nonewfriendspodcast.com. All of our links are there. You can join our Patreon from there for as little as 2 months. Watch us record all this stuff live. Watch the band stories that Chris tells, and you can see all sorts of Mary's secret videos, Sarah's secret stash. Sarah's secret stash.
Jesus.
And then check out our sweet merchandise. Check out all of our sponsors and get yourself some hell of deals with all of our sponsors.
Shave your balls with manscaped.com.
Manscaped.com. Next week is our Valentine's Day episode. It's going to be all about love. On behalf of Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Sarah, Chris, Mary, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.